in a lot of ancient cultures and a lot of ancient traditions and even religions, the hair was actually seen as something very, very sacred. I know a lot of ancient Buddhists, ancient Chinese, and even Rastafarians, they used to grow their hair out very, very long because it was said to give them some kind of spiritual powers, spiritual capabilities that enabled them to connect to their creator, their other realms, their other worlds. And this is kind of also backed by science quite a bit, because when you actually look, our hair is actually connected to our brain and our nervous system. You see, our hair actually picks up information from its surrounding environment. It sends that information down the brainstem, down the limbic system, and then into the neocortex, where our brain actually decodes this information. So you could say, you know, our hair actually picks up our surrounding environment, and we then decode that information. And it was said that not only was it spiritual capabilities, but it was also heightened sensory abilities, intuition, greater creativity, greater imagination, greater critical thinking, our ability to be conscious and aware, and our hair actually, you know, enhance this process of doing so. And it's really, really interesting, because also if you look at World War II, when Hitler decided to hire a group of psychics, this group was actually called the Morel Society. It was led by a woman named Morel Society, and the interesting thing about these people this group was, they were a psychic group, and their goal was basically to connect to higher dimensions, connect to other worlds, higher worlds, and retrieve information from there so we can utilize it in this world. And that's what Hitler set out for this group. And you know, that's where he got a lot of his information to do with, you know, advanced technology, bloodlines, resources, and occult and esoteric information. It was said it actually came from the Morel Society. But the point I want to make is, this whole psychic group was mainly women, if not all women, and a lot of them, most of them, grew their hair out to the point where it actually touched the floor, or almost touches the floor. And it was this very thing, the fact that their hair was so long, that they attribute their ability to connect to these worlds was because of their hair and how long it was. And it is interesting, because, you know, what is our hair? I mean, are we supposed to cut it? Are we supposed to grow it? I mean, me, myself, my own opinion, I do think it has more than just its physical abilities for the body. I do feel like it has a spiritual connotation to it. Whether I know fully, I'm unawares, but you also just have to look at what's going on today. In today's society, you just look around, our cosmetics, our hair products, our shampoos, our hair gels, you name it, what we're putting on our hair and our bodies is full of neuron damaging chemicals, full of chemicals that are affecting our brains, full of hormone changes, it's basically a chemical and biological warfare up on us. And a lot of this stuff actually does affect the way our hair picks up this information, affecting us picking up this information of our environment. And you know, you could say the powers that be are trying to dumb us down, trying to make us become less aware, less conscious, less spiritually innate, which is definitely something. This is all a spiritual war, and this is just further proof for that. But I do think it's a very interesting topic. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, I'm growing my hair out now. I mean, you could say it's an experiment. Do I become more wiser? I don't know. But it's definitely something interesting. And if you're going to go down this kind of research area, you won't find much science. So if science is what you're looking for, then this probably isn't for you. But if you do look into the ancient cultures, the ancient traditions, what they actually thought hair was about, you will come across some interesting things. Peace.